very much.
Hello, hello.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
This is only a test.
DJs in MC. This DJ, he gets down.
Listen to this jockey's introduction to
Two DJs in a mic with your host, DJ Mike
Is that a timetable?
and DJ JP.
Well, get on it. It's your time.
Give me the mic.
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Two DJs and One Mic. I'm here with myself, DJ Mike, and the infamous DJ JP. Thank you. We got some things going on, and we're joined by Rob. How you doing, Rob?
Good, good. Happy New Year in a couple of days there.
Yeah.
Yes. Happy New Year. Where are you at the moment?
Actually, I'm in Niagara Falls, so.
Oh, okay.
But in a couple of days, Heidi and I are going on a cruise, and once we get back from Miami, and once we get back from that cruise, I'm literally getting in my car and driving to Vegas, like I pretty much do every year.
The normal trip, huh?
So I've got it pretty much clocked 5 days. First day is Niagara Falls to Cincinnati. Then second day, I usually stop in a place just south of, it's called Tunica, Mississippi, but it's just south of Memphis. Third day is usually Oklahoma City. Fourth day is either Albuquerque or Flagstaff, and then fifth day I'm in Vegas. And I've been doing that for years. Other than when the pandemic happened, I ended up rushing it, and I got back in 3 days rather than 5. So I was doing like 13, 14 hours a day driving. But other than that, it's pretty much.
Don't kill yourself trying to get there. Take your time.
Yeah,
I'm getting older now, so fastest I've done it is like 2.5, 3 days. But now that I'm getting older, it's like 5 days, about 8 hours a day, and but it's nice because I'm there for a good month and a half, so it's rather than flying and then renting a car, and there's just I fly when I have to, but I always prefer driving.
Okay.
So when you drive, are you driving alone, or Heidi goes along with you?
No, she's actually coming. She's coming just the week before the show, so I fly her in and fly her out, and then and then I
some
drive
quality
back.
time, huh? Some quiet time.
Yeah, that's nice. Well,
I've always enjoyed. It gives me a lot of time to think and plan in my head, and see where things are at. And some people hate driving like that. I like it. Actually, we're going back like 20 years, but I used to now and again I used to drive cars for people that it was like Toronto Drive-Away service, and people that were in Florida and people that were in Arizona and California that wanted their car driven. It's like, okay, they basically, they give me like $700, and this was 20 years ago, so it was pretty good back then. $700, and then they pay for all the gas and all of that. So you basically get rather than putting 10,000 miles on my own car, I figured out a way to drive out there. So it wouldn't surprise me if I've driven out to Vegas and back 50 times in the last, 40 years.
I've only driven it once in my life, and that was from Albuquerque, not Niagara Falls.
Albuquerque's like the last day. I love Albuquerque, though. There's so much to see.
Yeah, I do too. Spent a few years there myself. Yeah.
Wow. We're going to have to start calling you the driver.
God,
That's a lot of
50 times. Yeah.
That's a lot of miles.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
I know how far Niagara Falls is.
I used to. I mean, when I exhibited in the Mobile Beach Show for something like 15 years. I had the DJ Companion book and our limbo sticks, and we put out the DJ Companion CDs and all of that. And I had now I've got a tiny little car, and it's great on gas. But I used to have like a big, well, it wasn't that big of it was a Chevy Astro van, but I loved that I could just I would fill it up with all the stuff that I'm about to, sell in Vegas. And once again, 5 days to get down there, and we're going back to like the late. I started that all like in the late '90s.
Wow, you've been in the game a long time.
And I've heard about those sticks.
Yeah, the limbo sticks.
Yes. Yes.
So I don't do it anymore. The problem that I started when I started the show 10 years ago. Still selling them, but I ran out of stock, and then somebody wanted to order 3 or 4, and they actually over about the 20 years that I was selling them, my price went way up on them. I actually I didn't raise the end price, but it got to the point where I had to, in order for it to be worthwhile me even selling, I would have to order like 300 or 400 at a time. And I just Rob Peters sells them now. So if any DJ Rob Peters, if somebody's looking for them, but
I'm about to find one for old time's sake.
Yes. Yes.
but
Well, we definitely thank you for joining us on the show, Rob. It's always an honor.
well,
And
thank you
we're
for all
we're
you guys
excited.
do.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes, and we're
you guys
excited.
have an amazing show and a great following, and thank you for inviting me.
Oh, likewise. Likewise. We love coming to the show. It's one of our favorites. So it's a staple. It's
Yeah.
a staple, and it's definitely something that the industry needs more of. So with that said, we do have some questions, and we just want to talk a little bit about the show and so forth. So go ahead, Jeffrey.
Rob, take us back to the beginning. What problem or gap in the industry made you say, hey, the expo needs to exist? Whenever you jumped in for your first expo, what made Rob say, hey, we need to do these expo? Even if it was on the photo booth side, what made you jump in?
Well, I had suppliers that were basically saying that the photo booth industry needs an expo, and and there's, well, where do you think the expo should be and all of that? And I was talking at that point with I've known Ryan Berger for, I don't know what, 20s, late '90s as well. Okay, mid late '90s. He used to have a thing called Pro DJ, which was a website, and then he ended up buying Mobile Beat from Bob Lindquist, who now is the communications director for PBX, and Mike Bonacorso. The two of them basically ran Mobile Beat. And in 2006, Ryan Berger bought it. I actually remember we were at the Stardust, and he goes, I just bought Mobile Beat. And then, anyway, going back, like, so fast forward about 8 or 9 years, I had basically suppliers of mine saying, somebody has to start the expo. I looked around. I mean, the photo booth industry is about a 20-year younger industry than the DJ industry. And the mobile DJ industry has been around since sometime in the early 70s. And I would say the photo booth industry, the mobile photo booth industry has been around since the early 2000s. The photo booths themselves, I mean, they were in Kresge and not Walmart, but what was it called? Whatever the predecessors to Walmart were. I mean, they were around. I think the first official photo booth came around in 1926 or 1928 or something like that.
Those
But
are
they were
pretty
always
old.
they were always chemical photo booths. If they started off with black and white photos, and it was basically when Breeze I think was the first software, and they came out 2002 or 2003. So you're basically grabbing existing computers, turning them into photo studios. So that you basically added the either the Canon cameras, or there's a bunch. Some people were there's all kinds of options and all of that. But in terms of it being a industry, the mobile part, instead of just at the shopping malls and all that for years, but in terms of the mobile industry and having it as entertainment at corporate events, and it basically, like, it started somewhere in the mid 2005. The one big thing, and it was at Mobile Beat that this happened, when the recession hit, the 2008 2009 recession. A lot of DJs were looking for additional sources of income. And I remember I was exhibiting at Mobile Beat, and I exhibited at Mobile Beat from like 1998 through to till, well, basically when I bought the show. And I remember in 2008 when you basically had the first photo booth companies that were basically selling their product to DJs, and DJs picked it up right off the bat. It's like, we need a way to make additional, because of the recession, it was harder to make money, and a lot of DJs got into that. And even when we had the first photo booth expo, approximately 25 to 33%, depending on what year and what survey I look at and all that, 25 to 33% were mobile DJs. Like when people ask me who's coming to the show, approximately 35% are also, it's photographers and photo booths. 25% are DJs and photo booths. Then you have about 25% that are photo booths and nothing else. And the other 10% is all sorts of categories. I mean, you have venues that have their own photo booths. You basically have rental stores that are coming to the show to figure out, which photo booths to put into their thing. I saw Keith Clark here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, fellow Canadian.
Keith Clark actually got me into. I was working for Keith at the time.
Get out of here!
Oh, no.
Get out of here!
And it didn't last too long, but we had known each other for years. But I was basically working for Keith, and by the way, I have 13 photo booths, and I was operations manager for him for about a year. And,
wow! Small world.
So, like I said, I see him there. I saw the name pop up, and it's like, if he hadn't,
he's a frequent flyer on the show.
If he hadn't introduced me to
the
photo
other
booths,
Keith Clark, is
there another Keith Clark?
Oh, maybe it's okay. Flashpoint production. I can't even see the picture. I'm on the iPhone here, so
yeah, it's kind of small. There might be another Keith. I was going to say that was going to be a really small world.
Okay,
go ahead,
could be a totally unrelated Keith Clark. Okay.
Yeah, but hey, he's famous for more reasons than one. All right.
But I mean, the nice thing about the Photo Booth Expo was the first show I was expecting 300 or 400 people, and we got like 1,400, so it exceeded everybody's expectations.
Wow!
Right away, right off the box. Wow!
Right out of the we had actually about tripled the size of the show. We announced it 5.5 months before the show, and in the 5 months after that, we had to about triple the show. So it took off with a bang. We had people from all over. We've had people from about different countries over the years come to Photo Booth Expo. Pretty much every corner of the world, other than Antarctica. But
not too many people up there.
Yeah.
Want to take a photo?
It's a little windy up there.
Oh gosh! All right.
So PBX MEX has grown significantly over the years. What's the biggest change you've seen in the industry from your vantage point as an expo
On the photo booth, it's the variety. I mean, when we were starting it, there weren't the options that you have now. I mean, 360 wasn't a thing back then. You didn't have actually the first mirror booths just started growing like crazy. Photomaster, I think the first year they had a couple of booth spaces at PBX, and they've grown to as many as like 30, I think. They grew to about 30 5 years ago, and then it's like, okay, well, maybe that's too much. So they've been, I believe, 18 spaces at the show. But I mean, I
Wow.
mean, 360,
18
it's,
spaces.
Wow.
it's,
Just for mirror booths?
yeah, mirror booths. I mean, we were going back a few years, but
Mhm.
the most of the companies that are out there now, I don't think even existed at the time of the at the time of the first photo booth expo, and unfortunately, not everybody has survived as well. But
Yeah, but some of them are definitely thriving, like ATA and Moby, and some of the other ones are really doing well in the photo booth industry.
Mm.
no, it's a huge. I mean, people love their pictures, and like I said, it's yeah, you can make your own selfies, but there's just the one nice thing that I think some people aren't thrilled that you have the combination of the Mobile Entertainment Expo and the Photo Booth Expo. It happened. I bought Mobile Beat, and we were originally planning on possibly running it as two completely separate expos, and then the pandemic happened, and it's like, let's put it in the same place. But there's a nice dynamic because, especially in the beginning, I always thought that DJs had a lot to learn from photographers about picture quality and all that type of
Mm.
stuff. And photographers have lots of things they can learn from DJs about entertainment because, like I said, people can make their own selfies now, but photo booths are not just taking pictures. It's the whole entertainment
Yeah,
experience.
it's
So it's
capturing memories. Yeah.
So it's almost like the ultimate mobile entertainment feature there.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it really is, and if people could just see how big it is, and but like you say, you let's just give a number. We have 800 DJs on this side. Out of those 800, probably 5 of them have photo booths, and then you have all 5,000 people with photo booths. So it's a lot more photo boothers out there than it is DJs coming to that conference.
Yeah, it's well, like I said, approximately a third of it used to be about 25%, and since we added the mobile entertainment, about a third of the people at the show are DJs. It's hard to tell exactly because we sell the mobile entertainment expo pass and we sell the photo booth pass, but a lot of the mobile entertainment people actually get the photo booth pass because they just want the what used to be the old mobile beat exhibits and party pass
Uh-huh.
and the best. And if they're not interested in the DJ seminars, then a lot of them, and I think like it's in the hundreds, a lot of them just get the PBX pass because it's $100 cheaper, and you can still anybody with an exhibits only pass up can visit all of the seminar or can visit all of the demo rooms and all of the like the entire both PBX and MEX. There's a lot of blending too because we actually have a lot of DJ exhibitors that want to be on the PBX side because they don't have to deal with somebody's lights in their face, or they don't have to deal with
Mhm.
music and stuff like that. So there's actually, like I said, quite a number of DJ exhibitors on the photo booth side as well. We're actually next year we're gonna be blending the two a little bit more together. So we'll still have
Okay.
music only be left allowed in the left corner, but um, we have a number of photo booth exhibitors on the DJ side as well, just because
Yeah.
Mm.
the photo booth side is all full and there's no more space for photo booth exhibitors. So we've kind of opened it up a little bit, and we kind of push another row of photo booths on the DJ side.
So when you say open, when you say blended, are you going to
When-
mix them up more instead of having like boothers on the right. Yes. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes, that's going to be fun. And I'm pretty sure as far as the music, like you said, you'll make sure that that's done in a way to where it's not affecting the photo boothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we have some great speaker companies and all that, but you don't need to blast. One of the problems people have had complaining about DJ shows is some of the speaker companies just want to blast their speakers. I mean, they can't do more than 90 decibels legally anyway, nor will we allow them to do something that could hurt somebody's ears. But people want to be able to conduct business even on the DJ side.
Yeah,
exactly.
So we're not going to be allowing people to do ridiculous sound volumes and all of that.
I don't think it gets ridiculous. I just think it's so many of them. So, it's like I hear this song in one ear, this song in the other ear. It's not loud. It's just a lot of different sounds coming from a whole bunch of different directions.
But, it's hard for a DJ to not crank the volume up.
Oh, yeah. They want to see what everything can do. Yeah.
It just happens. It's like a
crack cocaine.
Yes.
Yeah. Turn it up.
But the good thing, we have Kool-Aid running around. We got Ken running around and, policing that, which he does a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was actually back in the day, like before, when it was just Photo Booth Expo, Mobile Entertainment Expo, I had a lot of DJ exhibitors that came to the show and they said how much better they liked Photo Booth Expo because they could actually talk to the attendees. So it was,
wow.
Already, even before I bought Mobile Beat, I had a number of DJ exhibitors already, and like I said, it was at that point 25% of our attendees were DJs anyway. We actually had I did a quick count, and last 2 or 3 years we had more DJs at Photo Booth Expo than Mobile Beat had at Mobile Beat.
Wow.
That's
but like I always tell everybody, it's a good way to make money and learn. I mean, because you can sit and listen to another DJ. If you're not working, you can have a photo booth going or a 360. It's just another good stream of income. And the more you learn about making, using that stream of income, the better it'll be. Yep.
All right, Jeff, next question, sir.
There's a lot of noise in the industry. How do you decide what education actually belongs on stage versus what's just trending? How do you make the call on what to put on stage?
The main thing we look at is the responses after we send a survey after each show, and try to determine who the speakers are that people really engage with. And then most years, including this year, about half the speakers have been there before. Sometime, the occasional speaker will maybe have them every third year. But it's basically a speaker, and there isn't a particular message we're trying to teach people. I mean, there's a wide variety of opinions. I mean, you'll have 2 speakers back to back, and one speaker will say, always put your prices up on the website because you don't want to waste your time if people aren't willing to pay the price. And people, nowadays people don't like to be sold. They want to buy, they like to be sold. And then the person after them will basically say, never put your prices on the website because you need to, be able to talk to them to, convince them of your value.
Yeah. It can go either way.
And that's interesting because I've heard, people talk about it differently. And in 1 year, because I was one of the people that, I didn't put it on there. I didn't put my prices on there. And I heard Alan speak 1 year and I'm like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Prices are going up. So it's interesting.
Yeah. You just got to
Well,
do
that's
what
what
works for you, and every market is different. So whatever, you know, just take what you can from each speaker, presenter, how they and think about it, and go back and implement it. And what works for you may not work for Mike. What works for me may not work for Johnny.
that's
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah. There is no right or wrong way of doing things. What I see the speakers as are people conduits of inspiration. Okay.
Mm,
You
I like
basically
that.
you know your business inside out. You listen to these speakers, you listen to their opinions. You might disagree with a lot of their opinions. Okay. But you've thought about your business in relation to what they said. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
biggest value. And and it's not just, so the speaker will talk. I'm looking for people that can engage the audience. Okay. As long as their message isn't too too far out there or whatever or ridiculous, as long as it's a
Mm-hmm.
good message, I really don't care what they say, because your job, you basically look at all the exhibitors, you look at all the speakers, and then you decide what is good for yourself, you
yeah.
know and
And
Oh, yeah.
that's what you have to. That's what I always do. I mean, everything people say is not golden. It's not concrete. I just pick out the ones I can use, and that's what I take back home with me and try to use.
but I know, like, one Alan Berg has now been at the show for years. And the reason I keep on having him back is I actually I go to some of the other shows to see some of these speakers and see who's good and who's not, and who I want to who I want to invite over, and who personally, I think that we've assembled the best every DJ show out there says they have the best speakers, but because we have the numbers, we have more want to speak at the show, so I have more people to choose from, to basically get the best mix out there.
Mm.
And but Alan, the main reason we've had Alan back, in addition to just stellar reviews. I mean, when who was a great speaker, everybody puts Alan Berg. Um, but when I went, I'll be honest, I go to some shows and I fall asleep listening to some of the speakers. Not literally, but it's like, when is this going to end?
Yeah, I mean, you
And
can't get some that are boring or too technical. I mean, you just need to give them the meat and the potatoes, and they don't, you ain't got to lay out a 4-course meal, but just give them the meat and potatoes and make them think about something.
but like I said, I've heard, I probably heard Alan more times at other shows than any other speaker, just because I seek out where he's speaking. So
Mm.
if I'm at another show and Alan, there might be 25 speakers. If I see him on the program, even though I've heard him 10 times, I'll listen to him again because he always has something interesting. I've bought his books. What he says makes sense. Once again, you decide what you want, but I listened to him for an hour, and it's like I'm not even. My last DJ booking was in 2018. My last photo booth booking was just before the pandemic in 2019. So
Wow.
coming out of the pandemic, I've done nothing but the show. Okay,
Mm.
or the shows now. But
Mm.
regardless, I mean, like I said, if you're gonna spend 2 hours, 2 hours at the show, listen to the 2 seminars from Alan Berg. All right.
Mm.
I mean, there's tons to do at the show. You'll get tons out of it. But if you only have time for 2 hours, make those 2 hours. I've never heard him speak and be disappointed.
Yeah, I mean,
And he
I've,
always
I've heard other good ones. I think the one with Howard and Jeff last year was really good. A couple on the photo booth side were really good. The ones we got to hear, because we don't get to hear a lot of them because we're doing interviews and talking to people. But I mean, those two, I made sure we went to see Howard and Howard Wallach and Jeffrey and from Milwaukee, talking about nonprofit. That was really good last year.
Yeah,
And
no,
of
we've
course, Alan is always good.
Well, like I said, unfortunately I get to see speakers at other shows more than at our own show. There's always something going on, or somebody lost their ticket, or I'm at the ready. I don't get a chance. I will drop in for 5 minutes here and there at some of the different seminars, but I don't have a chance to really see a lot of the speakers.
Yeah, sit
The
down
speakers
and
at our
enjoy it.
show, I've seen at other shows, because I go to another show and I can literally sit there and watch for an hour, and it's like, okay, would we want them on the stage at PBX? And honestly, 3/4 of the people that I listen to, no. Okay,
Wow.
and it's not the message. It's
Delivery?
it's a delivery. That's exactly it. So
No, and you said that earlier, and that makes a lot of sense. You can have the best message in the world, but if you don't know how to relay it or make it relatable,
Yeah.
And where people can actually get something out of it, and you're not putting them to sleep, it does you no good. You have to be able to communicate and enlighten people, and that's one of the great things about Alan, because he knows how to push your buttons.
Yeah.
And how to relay his message.
Make you think about it.
Yeah. So, and that's not just jumping on the stage and saying something. It's a skill to that.
Yeah.
It's a skill to that. All right. So next question, for someone that's out there that's on the fence about attending this year, what's different or elevated about the up and coming PBX MEX compared to last year?
Well, we always try to make small improvements and all of that. To be honest with you, if you liked the last 3 or 4 years, you're going to like this year. If you didn't like the last 3 or 4 years, maybe stay home. Okay, it's it's not going to be. We have great speakers. I don't think there is no place. If you're a mobile DJ and if you have photo booths, there is no place on this earth where you can find more good business opportunities. We have the combined audience, I believe, is the biggest anywhere in the world for this industry. Not, there are industry, concrete industry gets 100,000 plus people, but for what we do, and a lot of people tell me it's not what they learn in the seminars. Okay, it's what they learn in the hallways as well. So
key point.
It's who's coming to the show. I believe a good percentage of the really solid people, a lot of the full-time people in our industry, they come to PBX and MEX because that's where they meet their fellow colleagues.
Yep. And mentors and mentees.
Mentors, possible future business partners, you name it. And to me is, my job is basically to bring people together with their colleagues so that as an industry, we can all grow together. Okay. It's to present business opportunities to people. If you're a DJ, you've never had a photo booth, well, you might want to consider it when you come over here,
Yeah.
And once again,
Mike was a first-time buyer last year, so he jumped into the photo booth side of things.
And that's, like I said, that's what it's all about. I know companies that have formed I'm not going to mention specific names, but there are basically companies that exist now that wouldn't exist if they hadn't come to PBX and if they hadn't met each other.
Wow.
And I can see that.
I can too.
Because you, like you said, Rob, bringing people together, and I agree with that conversation. I agree with the statement about it's the conversations outside of the classroom. There's so much, it's so impactful. I remember last year, Peter and Stephen invited us to a radio station. And I forgot what, part of Vegas it was, but it was such a wonderful experience because we got the opportunity to meet with some people that we would have never met, ever.
Ever.
And to be in that situation, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and there's so many of those.
Yeah. I mean, once again, I mean, Pete and Steve, I mean, they are just incredible.
Oh,
I mean,
love them.
I used to think Mobile Beat was the best magazine out there. Okay. And Mobile Beat is a great magazine. Okay. And it was around for 20 years. Bob Lindquist is and was a genius, putting it all together and promoting it and all that and putting together the Mobile Beat shows back in the day. But I took a look at Pro Mobile. I mean, the average Mobile Beat magazine was 40, 45 pages. They put out 100 pages of solid content
Great
every
content.
single month.
Yeah, I just got my latest issue Monday.
Yeah, great
I mean,
content.
it just blows me away the quality of work that that Pete and
Yeah.
Steve do.
That's their baby. Yeah.
And
they do a great job.
They do a good job at it.
And it's,
I mean, I first met them at a Mobile Beat show before I bought Mobile Beat before the pandemic, and they had they introduced themselves and I actually went to before we became partners in PBX Europe. I went to a couple of their DJ shows, so they had some really high quality DJ conferences that they ran. I went to a couple of them in March. I think it was like 2022, and it was the years, a couple of years before we started PBX Europe. But I was blown away by the quality of work that they do. And now for the first 8 years of the show, I put the show guide together, and Pete basically pointed out some ways I could make it better because he's a professional when it comes to putting together show guides, and I'm not. I did what I could, but
I mean, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good.
But no, he's been doing the show guides for the last 2 or 3 years, and that's a big, the first 8 years I did the show guides. They were okay. They did the job, but it's so much more polished and so much more professional now that he does them. So he did them for 2 years, and now it's going to be the third year that he's putting the show guide together.
Okay,
and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And seeing it's because of your show that we had the opportunity to meet with those two guys, and it's been a blessing.
Oh yeah, no, it's like I said, we're partners in PBX Europe, and we're also partners with the ticketing for the show. So it's our ticketing at the moment isn't perfect because nothing that we started a ticketing thing from scratch with Chris Collins, and nothing in the beginning is perfect, but it's they came out with version 2 of their software just a month ago, and they're good programmers. So it's
yes, very good. Very good. So we got a couple of more questions we're going to ask, but I know there are some other things that you were talking about that you wanted to announce about the show. So we'll ask a couple of more questions and then we'll get into that.
All right. Is that the same one, or are we on to another?
No, that's it. Go ahead.
If someone is attending PBX or MEX for the first time, what's the right way to approach the show so they don't feel overwhelmed or leave money and opportunities on the table? What should they do to get the most out of the show, in your opinion, sir?
Meet as many of the exhibitors and the speakers as possible. Listen to what everybody says, but don't. At the end of the day, make up your own opinion. Like I said, it's the beautiful thing about having all of the photo booth exhibitors in one place is you can literally walk from booth to booth, and they're in some cases diametrically opposite concepts. And one person might absolutely love a 360 booth. For another person, oh no, I want the mirror booth. Or this person might want a traditional old style booth. For some people, you need the DSLR cameras. Other people just might want a webcam. I mean, the options are endless, and this is the one place. Yeah, you can go online and you can do a lot of searching, but to actually be able to see it and feel it and see and get to meet the people behind it. I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
if you're investing in
that's how I
you're
make all my
investing in a
decisions.
photo booth,
Yeah,
it's a major investment. You basically want to at least shake the hand of the person who developed the product that you're going to be spending good money on.
yeah.
So.
Good thing about Danny and Mike and all those guys and James and Orchid View, they're all right there. You can talk to them and find out what's new with the product.
Oh, yeah.
Put your hands on it, touch it. And everybody, there were so many wooden photo booths that came out last year. That was the big thing. And if you weren't there to see it, you didn't know that was the newest and the latest and the hottest trend that was coming out in the photo. And so it's just always good to be there, to be able to touch it, feel it, smell it, talk to people who are actually doing it. If you have questions, you can actually ask those questions and make those decisions right there and not be guessing online or trying to get an interpretation for an email or a text message.
I mean, the funny, people ask me all the time, and I honestly do not have an opinion on this. And if I did, I wouldn't say it because, we represent the entire industry. But, which is the best photo booth out there? Well, there is no solid, correct. I can, here's 30 possibilities, and that's what we're showing out there. Okay, but it's up to you to decide. There are some that are, there are some that have very good reputations, some that have very good design, some have very good customer service. Everybody excels in something, and it's up to, like I said, we basically, I do two things. I sell tickets to attendees, and I sell booth space to exhibitors. And in amongst all of that, like I said, you basically end up interacting with your peers. You end up interacting with your suppliers. Like I said, if a lot of people come, there's some amazing props companies out there. You couldn't.
Oh, man.
Yeah. There's a young lady out of Houston that is doing some great things, and then the young lady from California. She has a great product. Sorry, I don't remember any names, but they were great.
Yeah,
we got some great
interviews
and talked to them, and they were the young lady out of Houston and her and her daughter. Her daughter was an inspiration. Then I think her name was Elizabeth, the other lady that had the wooden.
I can't remember.
I got some stands, some prop stands from her, and everything. So I mean, it was really good. A lot of good people out there last year. You had a lot of new things and a lot of different things, and it just people coming up with great innovative ideas, and you can't see them if you're not there to go talk to them and see it for yourself.
Gotta be there. Be there. So I have one more question for you, Rob. For seasoned DJs and photo booth owners who think, like I've seen it all, why should they still be in the room?
Because they're wrong. They haven't seen it all.
There you go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Once you stop learning, you stop being relevant.
Oh
wow.
Love that.
Similar to a post I made this morning, but yes, once you stop learning, and some of us haven't started learning. So till you start, how do you stop?
But that's important. You're right.
Take a look at where, like I said, when we start, it's only been this will be our 11th show.
Okay. So it was 10 last year. So, but that's on the photo booth side. How many is it? Both of them combined. What is
5?
5 for DJs, and this be year 5 for the DJs and year 11 for the photo booth. Okay.
Right. So, or if, like I said, if you combine it, like I said, technically I bought Mobile Beat, but I bought the intellectual property, and I bought their mailing list, and I agree when the pandemic happened. I agreed to provide tickets to the people they were supposed to go in 20. We lucked out in 2020. We had our show 3 weeks before the pandemic. Mobile Beat happened the week of the pandemic. So
wow.
The Wednesday before the show, I was talking to Ryan, and basically he said, "Oh no, we're going to try to get, half the people have said they're not coming because of the pandemic, but we'll just try to get through the show." And then on the Friday, he called. Unfortunately, we had to cancel it. We had no choice. And that following Wednesday, in the middle of, if he hadn't canceled it, if he hadn't canceled it, then the governor would have shut down. Like they padlocked the doors on the Tropicana.
Yeah, because
On
we
the
waited. Yeah,
Wednesday
we waited
morning.
to the very last minute that Friday when he canceled it because we had our plane tickets and everything pending. So we canceled everything that Friday before. I think it was the 15th of March. I think it all fell on that like around the 15th. And yeah, we were waiting for the last and final word for them to cancel it, and then we end up canceling it out right then and there. Yeah.
I actually went to the Tropicana on the Monday.
Uh-oh.
And at that point it was still open. And I made some pictures. It's like, this is where the show would have been if it hadn't been canceled on Friday. And
Yeah.
I had to meet. We had to meet with my lawyer at the time in Vegas. We were, negotiating. There was a lot of issues because of the pandemic.
Finalizing the deals. Huh? Yeah.
But
Okay.
I actually wasn't staying at the Tropicana. I was staying downtown at a property called the Four Queens, which is across from the Golden Nugget. And it was like, I don't know, it was $60 a night or so. I've always liked that. It's an older property, but I've always liked it, and I like downtown. But I was staying down there, and I had a reservation till Friday because I was going to be there for the entire week of Mobile Beat. And then that year, I drove down as well. I've been driving for years, and it was my lawyer ended up calling. I was supposed to have a meeting with my lawyer on Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and at 5 o'clock in the morning, I have a message on my phone saying, "Unfortunately, we have to cancel the meeting because the governor shut down the state as of noon today."
Wow.
And
Oh,
so
wow.
I ended up.
Yeah.
It's like I was supposed to be at the Four Queens till Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I go down. This was like 4 or 5 in the morning. I go down and I say, "I've got a reservation till Friday." "No, you don't." It's like,
Oh, wow. So they just kicked
so
you out?
the governor shut down the state. Everybody has to be out of their hotel rooms by 11 a.m. And we're literally putting the padlocks on the hotel at noon.
Wow. I bet it was crazy. It wasn't quite that crazy here, but yeah, in Texas, it wasn't quite as bad. But I'm sure we had some places closed down and locked up. But wow,
That first night, I actually drove all the way from Vegas to Texas. There's a town. Is it Vega, Texas? I think. Just west of Amarillo.
Okay.
Yeah, on the way to OKC. Yeah, Vega. Wow, that's
And
crazy. It was crazy though. It was really crazy.
but yeah, so I called so it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I called my wife and he goes, they just announced they're closing the border at midnight on Friday. So
Oh my gosh.
you should really get back here, sooner rather than later. And it's like, I just got kicked out of the hotel I was staying at because they're padlocking their doors. So I basically got in the car at 5 o'clock in the morning, and just drove. I drove all the way to Vega, Texas on the first night. It was like 14, 15 hours. And then I drove the second night somewhere in Illinois, just east of St. Louis, Missouri. Okay.
Wow.
Maybe an hour or two east of St. Louis, Missouri. And my wife had told me that they're closing the border at midnight on Friday. And I basically went across the border at around 10 p.m. on Friday. Now, what I didn't know, yes, they closed the border, but what exactly that meant, I've actually got dual citizenship. I was born and raised in Canada, but my mother was American. So
Okay.
borders were closed to people that weren't citizens.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. So
So it's not like if I hadn't made it by 12 midnight on Friday, I couldn't have gone across the board. Oh, they made me self quarantine for 14 days, and I did.
Oh, yeah, it was a lot of craziness going on back then. What a time, what a time. But go ahead, Mike. Go ahead and let what you and Rob.
Tell me about the updates. Tell us about the updates and everything that's going on for this year.
Check out the website. Bob Lindquist, I think, just put the program is pretty much worked out, so the details are going up there. By the way, I think originally I said I was planning on announcing the winners of the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
But I posted it late last night to Facebook, so it's.
Oh, Rob, you were supposed to save that for us.
I should have. I really should have, but
hey, half of them don't read, so you're still good. Go ahead.
Oh, and like just go. I can't remember everybody off the top of my head anyway. But just go to Facebook. I'll be doing an email probably tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then on the 1st.
Okay, I'm trying to get there now.
Just go to either the Full Booth Expo or the Mobile Entertainment Expo Facebook group.
Okay.
And it lists. Actually, let me.
No, I'm getting there. I'm almost there. All right. So our new members are Kevin Kroshner, Lo Simmons, Jason Aquino, Todd Clark, Betsy Daly, Charles Albert, and Belinda Aguilar Hernandez. Is that all of them?
No. That's there.
There's
let me.
There's more. Oh,
no,
wow.
let me.
Okay, I see it now. Art Armenian, Steve Bedlinson, Mike Fazo, Monica Grundalock, Belinda Hernandez, Dennis Martinetti,
Marinette,
Sanju, Jamie Bodie, Ken Costco, Mark Evans, Dean Lichwalmer or
Lichtenwalner.
And that other one, what's that? Derek Schwarzenruber. Yeah. Hey, Greg made the Hall of Fame. Howie Walt. All right. 2 people I know made it in. Very good. I probably know some of these other ones too, but that's 2. Congratulations, Greg. I got to hit him up and let him know. Congratulations.
Oh, yes. Yeah. You put that Ginsu knife down. You chopped up so many names.
Yeah, man. Oh, boy. I'm like, see, he knows them because he's been dealing with them. But all right, that's very good. Congratulations to everybody who made it. I know a lot of people. I saw people saying vote and stuff for me, so I saw a lot of them out there. But I voted for some of them, but I didn't know who the winners were. But there's the list, y'all. If you haven't got the list, there's the list of all the people who are now going into the Hall of Fame. On what day is that? On Tuesday or Wednesday?
It's going to start off the show.
Oh,
that's
okay.
great.
We're changing it. All right, good. So it'll be that first day when everybody's in the main hall together?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think that works better than
trying to do it while everybody's scattered around in different places. That's a good idea. Another change. So what else have you thought about and brought into the show there, sir?
Well, like I said, it's a lot of it is deja vu. I'll be honest there.
Okay.
We always have, every year, approximately 80% of our exhibitors return just because it's, that's basically where the people that's where the people are. They, and they're there to sell their product and promote their product. And once again, the reason people travel to this show from all over the world is because there are actually 430 booth spaces worth of exhibitors.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, you can learn, touch, and see. Like we always say, I preach to everybody. Hey, man, if you want to see it, go to the shows, especially at MEX or PBX, where you can touch it, feel it, and then you know exactly what you're getting. You're not guessing. Oh, I thought it looked like this, or I thought it was this tall, or I thought it was this wide, I thought it was this heavy. No, you can actually touch it, see what it, and talk to the people who deal with it and work with it and know how to use the equipment.
And then the nice thing is, I mean, for people that are doing photo booths all the time, for people that are in the mobile entertainment industry, it's yes, you're going to learn a lot. Yes, you might see some fantastic business opportunities, but it's also a nice way to relax a little bit. I mean, one of the reasons we choose the South Point Hotel now year after year, we had it for the first couple of years. People loved it. We moved it to another property. People weren't as happy with the other property, although a couple of people loved it because they had, you know, timeshares next to the place. But the majority of people said we want to be back at South Point, and it's a nice time. I mean, I remember a couple of years ago I was walking down, and it's like I'm just walking over to the showroom, and I'm going by the craps table, and it's like, holy cow, I know all these people. Uh, it's not that often that I walk past the craps table and go, "Hey, I know all these people." And
Yeah.
we have if you're into poker, we have a fantastic one of my. I always I spend the $75 or $100 there, and actually about 4 years ago, I was actually in fifth place. Every other
Mm,
year, I've never made it past the first 2 hours, or I've never made it into the money. So I've done the poker tournament 10 times. I made the money once. So
mm.
statistically, and I don't think I'm a
It's
bad poker player or anything, but
it's tough. It's tough. But yeah, the
but we,
poker tournament. So anything else new or something we should look forward to?
if you haven't been there, you're going to be. I think you're going to be amazed. I hope you're going to be amazed. If you've been there before, like I said, we try to get about half the speakers back from the previous year, the really good ones, and we try to get some fresh faces out there as well. And there's like I said, for people that think they've seen it all, and unless you're literally retiring this year or something like that, um you need to go to our conference or to conferences like ours, uh to stay current and to stay relevant. I mean, it's not. I'm not going to say it's one. Oh my God, this year we have this amazing name, or something like that. It's a process. I mean, people.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
if you're in an industry, you should attend the main trade show for that industry. You should join the association. If I've always, back when I was a DJ, I was always a member of my local associations, and I mean, it's kind of like John F. Kennedy said, don't ask what your association can do for you. Ask what you can do for your association or whatever, or your country. But
Hmm.
the whole point is getting out there and networking with people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I would
and
agree.
the people that are most successful are the ones that do that, the ones that bury their heads, and it's like, I don't want to go to Vegas, whatever. A lot of them don't get too far, so
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
no guarantees. I'm not saying, I'm not saying, you're gonna show up and you're gonna get this information that's gonna make you 10 times richer and blah blah blah. No, it's up to you.
I
Okay,
would
but
disagree though. It will make you, if you use it correctly, it will make you
if
some money.
if you do it correctly, if you have the right attitude to begin with, and if you have the right attitude to begin with, you will be coming to either our show or shows like ours. Okay.
Yeah.
um that's, and like I said, there's always, I think you'll get, because we have more people, because we have more exhibitors than anybody else, you'll get more out of our show, but it's ultimately up to you.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Well, anything else, Mike?
No, I just we're always grateful to have you on the show, Rob, and we're definitely always grateful to be a part of the show the times that we have been, and this will be our third year there, and we just really love what you guys are doing, and we love being a part of it because it's a great thing to be able to give back and to be able to continue to inspire, and from our end to be able to talk to people and see what they're experiencing, how they see it, and what they're looking for. So thank you for coming on. We're looking
Well,
forward to the show again, guys. February the 16th through the 19th. If you're looking to get passes, we do have a discount code, all caps, show 2026. Use that. Rob has blessed us with 2 tickets. We will be giving away 2 tickets.
Yeah. Mike always likes to come up with a unique way to give them away. So we'll probably give those away. Let's say the 15th of January, somewhere around there.
Yes.
Yeah, a month before the show. So if you decide, well, maybe we'll do it next week or something.
Yes, but thank you, Rob. It's always an honor. We can't wait. Unfortunately, I can't get on the road and do the things that you do. You are a road warrior.
I know, man. Woo! Yeah, I used to be able to do that. I can't do that no more.
I'll be sleep 2 hours in.
Yeah. Wow. Guys, but
Well, thank you for what you
cruise.
guys do. Really looking forward to seeing you again in February there. And Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year to you too.
And can I throw out a suggestion? Somebody said, can you put us in the booth with Danny and call it PBX TV?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, somebody told me, he said, you need to put y'all up toward the front and just say y'all the TV station for the whole show.
That sounds like a great idea. That is Danny. Danny paid me for this space, so I can't tell him what.
We won't take up much space. We just need a table.
No, just put us close by.
Just put us close by. Yeah, but somebody said make that suggestion so they don't have to search for 2 DJs and 1 mic. They can find us.
Actually, you know what? I'll look at in the next couple of days when I'm going through the floor plan. I'll get you guys as close as I can to Danny Max's booth there. So
okay, all right. Well, you take care. I just had my wish granted for the year, so I'm gonna hush and thank you, Rob, and thank you for jumping on with us. And we can't wait to see you in a few weeks.
Yes, and tell Miss Heidi we said hi. You guys have a wonderful time on the cruise. Where are you going?
Right, out of Miami somewhere.
We're starting. We're cruising out of Miami, and we're going to Bimini, to Cayman Islands, and to Cozumel.
Okay.
Cozumel.
So it's what, a 5-day?
No, it's actually I believe it's a 7-day.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's not too bad. That's some good cruising time right there.
One sea day. We're kind of going around Cuba. It's kind of weird. 1 sea day, and then we hit Cayman Islands for a day, then another sea day, and then we hit Cozumel in Mexico.
Then you come back,
and then another sea day, and we hit Bimini, which is just right next to Miami. And then it's like, what is it, like 50 miles to get from Bimini back to Miami or whatever. There's on the last day there's no sea day, but we have, so it's 4. I believe it's a 7-day cruise, and we leave on whatever it is. We leave on the 3rd, and we're back on the 10th.
All right. Well, we will announce our winner next week. Mike will set up the contest, and again, we thank you for coming on. Everybody have a good night. God bless, and take us out of here, Michael.
All right. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you again. Always great.
All right. Safe travels.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.